Extra, see all about it. Welcome back to HU16's Live at 5 Sports. I'm Jack Allen. Harding softball entered this weekend with the chance to upend their third top 5 opponent of the young season and solidify their spot in the top 25 against SAU. Harding dropped game 1 on Sunday in 9 innings. Game 2 going 8 innings, continuing into Monday morning, meaning Monday they had to play a triple header to finish the series. Harding falling in 8 innings in game 1 on Monday, so that's the second extra inning game of the weekend. Both teams wearing purple bows to honor Ouachita Baptist coach Mike McGee, who died of cancer over the weekend. We take you to game 2, bottom 6, down 2. Briley Faringa with the base hit up the middle that would score a run and make the score 2-1. We fast forward bottom 7, down to their final out. The Harding Bison's Peyton Mills beats out the throw at first. A run scores to make it 2-2, and we're headed to extras again. But top 8, drive to left. Kylie Persons laying out in left field in the gap to save a run, but it wouldn't be enough. Later in the inning, SAU pushes a run across on this base hit up the middle that would make the score 3-2, and that's how it would end. Harding not able to do enough, falls in extra innings in game 3 of the series, game 2 of the day. But lots of fans stuck around on a beautiful day to see game 3 of the afternoon. First inning, the Mule Rider bats, though, they would get going. Double off the wall and left in the first inning that would get things started before SAU would follow up with a home run. Fagan with a 2-run shot to right, and the SAU team goes wild to celebrate her at the plate. SAU would take a 2-0 lead there in the first inning. Harding, though, would try to equalize in the bottom of the first. Briley Faringa with the sac fly to right, scoring Jones to make the score 2-1, but Harding would not be able to complete the comeback. 3-2 the final there as Harding gets swept at home. Now, Harding baseball is also in action against a ranked SAU side this weekend. After dropping game 1 on Sunday, the Bisons won game 1 of a doubleheader yesterday, 5-1, behind a strong start by starter Tanner Smith and a save from Ryder Yakel, who extended his scoreless inning streak to 14.1 innings. Harding, though, would fall in the rubber match 6-5 in 7 innings to drop the series 2-1. Now, Harding's back in action today in a doubleheader against the University of the Ozarks over at Jerry Moore Field. Game 1 happening right now with the score 4-0 in the top of the 5th. That one streaming over on the Facebook page at HU16. Game 2 is going to stream live on HU16 immediately after the Small Business Revolution announcement party right here. Now, the Harding Academy boys are fresh off of a regional championship run, and now they have their eyes set on one goal, a state title. The final leg of that journey begins tonight when Harding takes on McGee and Osceola in the first round of the 3A state tournament. The two teams trending in opposite directions. Harding won every game in their regional tournament by an average of 16 points. McGee, on the other hand, well, they only managed 1 win in their regional before falling in 2 consecutive games by an average of almost 15 points. Harding, the big favorite to advance there tonight. Now, as Harding moves through the playoffs, the Wildcats also moving up in the Arkansas Sports Media poll. Harding back in the top 5 of 3A this week after a long absence from the polls. They've moved there into the number 5 spot. They'll have to pull a few upsets this week in order to move back into that top spot. The Wildcats not the only ones picked to compete well this week, though, in White County. White County Central sliding a little bit in the polls after losing to England in the regional semis, but still find themselves in the top 4, hopeful to end up in Hot Springs, somewhere that these polls have picked them to end up for almost a month. They play tomorrow night, as do Pangburns boys and the Harding Academy girls. And now for the coolest thing I saw, we take you to the Staples Center in Los Angeles. The Dirk Farewell Tour stopping at Staples last night, and Clippers coach Doc Rivers calling a timeout, picking up the mic to congratulate Mavs forward Dirk Nowitzki on his career. The fans giving him a more than a minute-long ovation. Dirk caught completely by surprise by the gesture as players from LA and Dallas give credit where it's due. All right, that's all we have for sports. Let's send it back to the desk with Grace.